Hi there, and welcome back to the channel. I'm Mike, and I'm excited to share another Divi tutorial with you. My goal here is to make learning Divi as straightforward as possible. Today we're going to see how to add a button dependent on your website, dependent on the operating system that you're using. So what does that look like? Let's see here. At the moment it says download from Mac, right? But if I have to change my browser and select, say, Windows, and I go and I refresh this page, you see it says download for Windows, right? If I go and I change this to, say, Android, and I refresh, you'll see it says download for Android. So it's highly dependent upon the operating system that you're using will be the button that'll be displayed here. And if I told you that this can be done without writing any code using the Divi theme, would that be of interest to you? If it is, hit that like button and let's see how to get this done. All right. So I'm just jumping into the back end over here. Let me see. I'm just trying to navigate myself. All right. So we're going to add a new page. That's the very first thing we want to do. Jump across here, and I'm going to call this operating system download demo. Okay. And I'm going to use the Divi builder. So I'm using Divi 5 here, which will take me right into the building experience. If you're using Divi 4, you'll probably be prompted with those three options to build from scratch, use a pre-made layout, or build with AI. All right, so you just choose accordingly as to how you want to build it out. All right, so we've jumped into the actual visual builder here now. And so we want to recreate this. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to copy this. If you're not familiar with Notion, it's a productivity software that you can use, and highly recommend it if you have not tried it out before. All right, so we want to create a two-column layout here. I'm going to go with this layout over here, which has got my text on the left-hand side and the image on the right. All right, so we're just going to we're going to scroll down, add in a text, and I'm just going to paste that in. Make sure it's H1, and okay, I'm happy with that. I want to add in one more text module. And I just want to grab this line. Okay, just want to paste that in there. And I want to change this one slightly. I just want to go text and bring up to about 20. Okay, so that's done. The next thing we want to do is add in the image on the right hand side. Okay, so there, select that one. And there we go. So I'm just rushing through this particular part right now because the real thing that I want to show you is the button itself. All right, so there we go. That's all set up, all looking good. Now we can go into actually creating that button. So the very first button we want to do, we say here, download for Windows. Okay. And now we want to customize slightly. Well, first we want to put in the link. I'm just going to put a hashtag or a pound sign, depending on how you call it, over here. But if you have the actual software that you want to download, you'll put that in the link to that software over here. Okay, design. I'm just going to go to the button and I'm going to just change a few things here. One is I'm going to change the background just so that it fits in with Notion's look and feel. And then I want to also jump into the icon and I want to say Microsoft. Okay, so let's select Microsoft and I want to put it to the left. Okay, so there we go, download for Windows. The only other thing that maybe I want to do is I just want to increase my padding here so that we can give a bit of spacing on the edge there. That looks much better. Okay, and that's the button created. Now, how do I do it that this only shows on Windows? Well, very simply, thanks for Divi. Make sure that you go into the button settings and you go to advanced over here and you come down to conditions. Conditions, add condition. And it'll give you a whole bunch of conditions, meaning that if these are met, then do something else. So we want to scroll right to the bottom. You can see here by device, they got browser, operating system, and cookie. So naturally, we want to use operating system. So you can see it tells you here, display only if operating system is, and in this case, it's Windows. So we just check Windows and we say apply. All right, and that's it. That means now if anybody with a Windows machine is accessing your website, they'll only see this Windows button. All right, how cool is that? I love it. I absolutely love it. All right, so what we want to do now is we want to duplicate this module, and then we want to jump into these settings. and we can just come and change it up. So it's download for Mac now rather than Windows. We want to go design button, change the button icon to Apple. There we go over there. And off we go to the advanced conditions. We want to change this, take it off Windows and put it on Mac OS. Right? And we say apply. Then we can duplicate that again. And maybe this time around we want to do Android. Okay, I'm going to change that icon. There we go, there's our robot. Select him. And then we want to go to advanced. And again, conditions. And we'll change this, take it off macOS and put it on Android. And we apply. All right, and you can go on and on and on. You can go through this entire list of operating systems that they have here, depending on the device or the software that you're using and which platforms it requires for it to run on. And it just takes these few simple clicks. So if we apply that again and we publish this, you'll see we have 3 buttons right now, but if I publish it, and then exit, why does it come here? This is one thing I find very weird with Divi 5. Okay, we go to there, and there it is, download for Windows. All right, if I was now jumping into the other one like earlier, you can see it's download for Android. If I change it up to Mac, refresh, download for Mac. All right, so it works the same functionality. It's just that this is the older version that I did earlier, but this one would do the same. It's just that on this browser, this does not allow it to do it. Okay, but that's how you can quite easily add a download button to your website that only displays depending on the operating system that the person is using. So I really hope you find this helpful, and I hope that you also find it as exciting as what I do. And I hope that it does make a difference for you. And if it did, please hit that like button to let me know. It truly helps motivate me to build more of these tutorials. I'm constantly learning and sharing new tips, tricks, and tutorials on Divi. So be sure to subscribe to join on this journey and ensure you don't miss out on what's coming next. And as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.